Welcome to another episode of Swoop Luke. I'll be previewing the big grand final rematch, giving you the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the how's it goings. Let's play the intro. So we are in for a classic footy fight on Saturday night. Eagles, Pies, Pies, Eagles. The Pies will be trying to get revenge for last year's grand final. The Eagles will want to make a 4 on the trot against us since last season. And with both teams having lost a game and won a game to start this season, they'll be looking at adding another win onto their belt. So we know what happened last time we met. Collingwood were up by 5 goals. We were leading for most of the game. West Coast started chipping back. We hit back. But thanks to a last quarter slumber, West Coast unfortunately won by 5 points. Dom Sheed's goal, McGovern's mark, missed opportunities, classic Collingwood. So out of that game, DeGoey and Kennedy Shone, they both kicked 3 goals, but of course, Sheed's goal was the only goal that really mattered in the end. But a bunch of our boys had great games, so they can hold their heads up as high as they can, but I know they'll be trying to get that revenge on Saturday night. So last week, Collingwood comfortably got rid of the timid Tigers by 44 points. DeGoey showing the competition why he's one of the best now. 5 goals, great mark, great player. Cox also kicked a couple, not as terrifying as he was on preliminary final night, but he did his job, sold some candy, kicked a couple good goals, and of course Treloar, 39 disposals, goes in for it and had a great game. All in all, that game against Richmond was good, but thankfully failing to convert chances in the first half didn't see us lose the game like we did against Geelong. So West Coast last week, they got rid of the Giants by an easy 52 points. So it was about midway through the second quarter where West Coast started storming home. Giants didn't have any fight left and they were just trying to make up the numbers towards the end. Darling was back to his best with 4 goals and Dom Sheed continued his blistering form this season with 28 disposals. Collingwood welcomed back Taylor Adams but say, yeah, nah, see you later to Travis Farko. Sucks about Trav, great player. Yes, he doesn't get a lot of disposals, he doesn't kick a lot of goals, but his forward pressure, his pressure around the ground is second to none. But this is what happens when you've got such a deep squad. There has to be player rotation. Trav's on the older side of things, so just keeping him a little bit more fit and not overworking him. The West Coast have a debutant playing, Josh Rotham, and welcome back Cripps and Gaff. The latter two very handy inclusions. We know how good Cripps is, we know how great Gaff is. Great footballer. What he did wasn't great, but that's neither here nor there now. The key matchups for this game, Darcy Moore and Jack Darling or Josh Kennedy, whoever he plays on. Got a feeling he's going to play on Darling because Roughhead will take Kennedy, but who knows what's going to happen throughout the game. Our backline, and Darcy in particular, have been on fire this season. Moore has been really rock solid since coming back from his injuries, and he's exactly that cog we were missing in last year's grand final. Another key matchup is whoever versus McGovern. We know how good McGovern is, we know what he did in the grand final, we know what he did in the first final against us, we know what he does just in general. Sits back, marks the ball, third person up, and creates contests. He created that play that led to that Sheed goal in the grand final, so whoever plays on him has to stick on him, man on man, don't give him an inch. We've got a tendency to just let him do whatever he wants until I think it was Maine that went on him, made him accountable. That's exactly what it is. We've got to make him accountable and we can't let him run the show. I feel like when Greenwood's in the team, he was always going to feature in this spot. I feel like he's going to go to Gaff. Gaff's a great player. He's going to rack him up. Greenwood kept Martin in his back pocket last week. Let's hope he can keep Gaff in the same one, or Sheed, or whoever he goes to. So my predictions. If West Coast win, I feel like they'll win big, 4 or 5 goals. Their big boys are going to run rampant and they probably will split up our defence. But that's just me thinking. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. Collingwood are going to win, of course. Our midfield coupled with our great defence, Darcy Moore, Roughhead, Howe, Crispus having a really good season. Yes, only 2 games, still having a really good season. Then we've got our 4-line, Elliott, Cox, Stevenson, DeGoey. We're going to prove too much for them. I think we're going to win by 7 points. Yes, not a big margin, but a win's a win, right? I feel like the likes of Elliott, Beams and Moore, those 3 missing cogs from last year's grand final, it's all going to fall into place on Saturday night. It'll all fall into place. My big call for the game, Darcy Moore is going to keep Jack Darling to 0 goals. Darcy's a great player. I cannot sing his praises more high than I have been these last couple of weeks. Darling is also a good player, we know that. But Darcy's just going to have the wood over him. No goals for Darling. Alright, so this was my preview episode of Saturday night's game against West Coast. Like, subscribe, comment. I've also got an Instagram page now. Just search Swoop Luke, you'll see the gold background, my face, black and white, a couple posts up. But yeah, thank you for watching, I really appreciate it. Come back on Sunday for my breakdown of the game. And swoop you later.